Hello there and welcome to the first Planet Cruise Show of 2018. We are so excited. It is our January sale tonight, the most amazing deals. Honestly, I want to book them all. And for those of you that are new to the show, and I've got lots of new viewers probably watching tonight, this is a show that's been running 10 years. We have got exclusive offers. We've got some of the best deals and the best expert. He can't wait to talk. With a brand new jacket for 2018. Justin, that was
what?
you.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about behind... You said the best expert. I was looking behind.
Well, come on. I mean...
nothing changes. Right? Nothing changes.
Happy New Year, matey. You're right.
Very well. To be fair, I'm so excited for tonight because 2018 is going to be a big year for cruising. We've got lots of information about some of the ships that have been refurbished last year. But Planet Cruises is a market leader. And I know that there's lots of people that might be dropping in tonight that is not familiar with the brand. Well, we work with the biggest cruise lines. We get the best deals. And January, historically, in the travel industry, and bear in mind, this is our business, it's the busiest time. So as one of the market leaders, we get the best deals. But tonight, we've tried to cram so much in, but we're not going to have enough time to fit everything in. If there's something that you're looking for, a cruise that we don't mention tonight, then make sure that you give the guys a call because, you know, this is just the tip of the iceberg, excuse the pun, probably a bad one. You know, we've got so many cruise deals that are out there, you know, all-inclusive. We've got deals in the Caribbean, the Mediterranean. It's all coming up.
We have got, honestly, I think they're cracking tonight.
Yeah, and we've got some last-minute January deals as well.
Yes, we have, yes. So do not go anywhere. And Happy New Year to each and every one of you. Now, if you are new to the show, it's a different phone number this hour. It's 0808 250 2662. The call centre open until 10:30 tonight. There's also our website, of course, planetcruise.com. But you will be speaking to cruise experts that, and just to, you know, everyone in the call centre, they'll have been on the ships, they'll have experienced cruising.
And when I say been on the ships, it's people that have lived and worked for several years on board. So they know exactly what tours, where to go, what the cruise line's all about. And as I said, they've got access to some of the best deals.
And Justin worked on the cruise ships himself for many, many years. Many years.
6 years.
Yeah.
Where did it go?
And anyway, I tell you what, it is our sale, so we'd better start.
Yes, let's crack on.
I'm really tempted with this first one. I love the price.
Yeah, well, this is just the first of our January sale, and Princess is just a fantastic brand. And there's something quite special with this. If any of you can remember Eddie the Eagle, he's going to be on board and he's going to be the celebrity. They usually do like a talk or a presentation or interview. So he will be on board. We'll talk a little bit more about him later on. but just a great deal to kick off with.
Well, you can book this tonight for a 5% deposit as well. The price is under £500, but let's take you on board with our lovely Jade.
Regardless of which Princess Cruises ship you get on, you'll find yourself with a host of dining, entertainment and relaxation options to suit your needs. Whether you prefer the traditions of set-time dining or you prefer to pick when, where and who you eat with, the option is yours on board a Princess ship. Princess Cruises have always taken speciality dining to the next level, from the sumptuous steaks in the Crown Grill through to the incredible Italian flavours of Sabatinis. The first of two new offerings is Steamer's Seafood, where you can feast on amazing shellfish, all accompanied by generous sides and dipping sauces. The second new taste sensation is Planks, serving up American-style barbecue options on planks, loaded with 4 meats, chili, coleslaw and fries, and some really incredible looking desserts. Princess Cruises love looking after the whole family during your cruise. Camp Discovery offers 3 different age categories and areas, all themed in collaboration with the Discovery Channel. Children aged 3 to 17 will have everything they need to keep them amused for hours at a time. Whichever Princess Cruises ship you go on, you are sure to find something entertaining happening. From the street performers in the Piazza through to the full Broadway-style productions in the Princess Theatre. But this is Princess, so we can't talk about entertainment without mentioning the movies under the stars up here on deck. Whichever stateroom you pick, you'll get comfortable beds, a flat-screen TV, mini bar and bathroom with shower. If you're looking for a bit of extra outside space, then an upgrade to a balcony is a must. For that touch of luxury though, suites are the perfect option, offering you extra space and amenities in your room and complimentary access to the Lotus Spa thermal suite, amongst other exclusive benefits.
Well, I cruised with Princess a couple of years ago. I absolutely love them.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
But to give you an idea of how good value this is, again, this is the first January deal that we've got, the Planet Cruise January sale, £71 per person per night. And it's a 5% deposit as well. So
that's tiny,
it's
isn't it?
fantastic that you can put a small deposit down.
5%. That 10% would be less than 50 quid, wouldn't it?
There you go.
That's
so really good offer to kick off this new year.
Yeah, that's a really small deposit, isn't it? Anyway, I'm just thinking of booking it, that's all. So we start off inside, seriously, start off in Southampton, and we're making our way over to Zeebrugge for Bruges, aren't we?
Yeah, Zeebrugge is the actual port that you go into, but of course it's about half an hour journey into Bruges, but well worth going. You've got all of the canals there, which is well worth going around, and the actual courtyard. There's a lot of historical things that you can do here. You can either go to Flanders Fjords, if you want to go and see some of the World War I commemorative stuff there. There's the Church of Our Lady as well. There's the Taste of Belgium tour, where there's 125 different breweries. You don't get to do all of them, but you get to taste and sample a few of them, but well worth doing. Then you've got a relaxing day at sea to enjoy the ship, and then we're into Denmark, we're into Copenhagen. Of course, this was the home of Hans Christian Andersen, and one of the most iconic images, the Little Mermaids. You've got to go and see it. She is actually a lot smaller than she seems there. So I got my feet wet when I actually went out to get a photo with her, but there we go. Tivoli Gardens is definitely one to do. They've got a fantastic, it's like one of the oldest theme parks in the world. I won't go into what's there, but there's some fantastic attractions there, really worth going. Then we're staying with Denmark now. We're going to go to Skagen. And for those of you that have ever been to Aarhus, which is a great arts and crafts area of this particular region, it's very similar to that. You're going to get great local pottery and jewellery. This is what they do really well in this part of Denmark. Then we're off to Oslo. One thing that I'd highly recommend doing here is the sculpture park. You can get a little bit of a track out. There's some beautiful open air, really unusual sculptures there. And also there's the National Gallery, which has the Edvard Munch screen painting. Yeah, worth going to see it. There's the park.
Do you know, I've never been to any of those places.
Fantastic, fantastic.
Yeah.
And then a relaxing day at sea, and that rounds off your 7 nights on board Princess.
And I hope, you know, some of you may have never cruised before. I hope your New Year's resolution is to go on a cruise, because honestly, the standards, the service, the amount of things that you can do on a cruise. You know, people still say to me, would you ever get bored? Never.
No, you can do as little or as much as you want, because there's a whole entertainment programme, there's plenty of eateries around, the food is fantastic.
As is the service.
Well, again, you know, there's so many different bars and restaurants. There's a few different restaurants that you have to book, and they're well worth doing, like Sabatini's, and you've got the Sterling Steakhouse as well, which is definitely worth doing. Sometimes there are cover charges that you need to pay, but when you see how much the cover charges are, I'm talking sort of £15, £25 or dollars for some of the different restaurants. It really is cheap as chips, dare I say.
Now remember, Eddie the Eagle is going to be on board, isn't he?
Certainly is.
Yeah.
The most successful Olympic ski jumper from Britain. I don't know whether that's something to be really proud of. He's going to be on board, and if you've seen the film, what a great film.
I've not seen it yet.
It's
brilliant. I'm going to watch it now. We have, yeah, so we'll look for that maybe when I get home tonight. A new low deposit. Look, you only need a 5% deposit down. That's tiny. And don't forget, we've got a really great relationship with the Holiday Inn in Winchester. So if you want to stay there the night before, we can do that for only £95 per person. That will include breakfast, parking for the week, and all of your port transfers as well. So no fly cruise. All the cruises do have their own ID numbers, by the way. And that one there is 129465. Great start to the show.
It's absolutely fantastic. And as I said at the beginning of the show, if there's something that you fancy, that hello,
hang on,
hello, is that the first January deal?
That was a fire alarm. No, it's. I was like, oh no,
no. What this is we're going to be bringing you another great deal. Again, we've got so many deals that are on offer in January, the busiest month for the cruise industry, that we're just putting it out there. You can have 7 nights with Princess, and this is going to be going around Southampton, Guernsey, Le Verdon, Bilbao, La Coruña, and back to Southampton. Some great prices there, from starting just at £519 per person for an inside cabin, and just £799 per person for a balcony.
So if you want to book that one, again, we've got exclusive onboard spend as well. Just give us a call right now and just say you want this 7 nights, 5th of May, on board with Princess there. That is starting at what, £519?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why you need to book in January.
That is really good.
It's fantastic.
It really
fantastic. There's plenty more where that came from, because now...
Don't go anywhere. Now, I do like an all-inclusive.
You do?
Yes. I do like an all-inclusive.
The thing is, it is really good value, and especially when you look at the price, you think, OK, where are you going? You're going out to Dubai. You've gone overnight in Dubai, so you can get to see the Burj Khalifa, you can go and see the malls at night. It really is fantastic. And Pullmantur, we'll talk a little bit more about them in a couple of seconds' time. It's all-inclusive, so get on the phones right now. Dubai itself, it's the first time I actually went just before Christmas, and it is fantastic. Absolutely.
I've never been to it. I've been to the airport, that's it.
In fact, I was just dining just off of that little bit there.
Is it like a different world then?
It is. It's very modern. Everything is sort of, you know, about 10 years old. And it's great. The architecture is unbelievable. Unbelievable. And the service is great. You know, if you like the service on board the cruise ships, then you'll love the service that you get in Dubai. There's the Burj Khalifa itself on Palm Island.
And just work out the cost of this, because you are going to be obviously flying from London to Dubai, so you've got the cost of that. That is included, of course. Your flight must be at least 400 or 500 at least.
Yeah, and bear in mind, this is an all-inclusive cruise, so all your drinks are included, and your tips are included on this one as well. All your transfers, all that's included.
So, I mean, yeah, I know. Just thinking what my bar bill would normally be. So we fly you to Dubai, and then your first day's in Dubai, isn't it?
First day's in Dubai. So as you saw there, go to see the Burj Khalifa and do it at night, because there's a little waterfall show that they have a piece of music. It's about every 20 minutes. They change the piece of music. They change the display. And if you've ever been to one of these places where they have waterfall, like musical waterfall displays,
I've seen them like in Vegas.
Oh, I like the Bellagio.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is another level.
Oh, really?
It's the same designer, but they just went out because it's Dubai. And the mall is fantastic. There's some great restaurants around there that are quite reasonable. You can head down towards the Palm. There's a few more, a little bit more exclusive places down there, the restaurants, and some good souks as well. And of course, there's the water park. There's the Dubai Mall. There's the Mall of the Emirates as well. There's plenty. You won't get bored. You won't get bored in Dubai, I can assure you.
Nice start, isn't it? So you've flown there, you've had your day there. What's next, interesting?
Complete contrast, opposite. We're off to Oman, and Kasab is, I call this a village oasis. This is, you know, the complete opposite of Dubai. It's the tonic to you know, that big night and that big port. One thing I definitely recommend here is getting out, doing something active. You know, get out on a camel, go out on some of the traditional fishing ships as well, and there's some great Arabian teas that are available there.
I'm just thinking as well, the lead date on this, we've got dates throughout the year, but
December,
really nice weather.
Yeah, fantastic weather for winter sun. And again, this is pushing towards Christmas next year. Bear in mind on this one, it's £158 per person per night. Get on the phones and get it booked now.
Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, we haven't got time. We've got so much to squeeze in tonight.
Sure.
We're staying in Oman, but this time we're going to the capital, which is Muscat. Now, you've got the Grand Mosque here, you've got the Al Jaliya and the Al Marina as well, the Cornish Matra you've got to go to, and the souks here, go and have a barter. This is where you really want to have a go. Just walk away, walk away. They'll keep shouting, the price will come down, walk away, hold strong, trust me. But no, this is where you get your spice markets, your carpets, all the gold trinkets. So what do you got to do? Then we're off to Faraja. Now, this is a new port on me. They've got a lot of cultural displays here, so there's a lot of music, great beaches as well, but definitely one for your jewellery. This is definitely one to get your authentic jewellery. There's also a great mountain range here as well, so if you want to go and do some photography, you want to get out there on a tour, then you can do. Nice and relaxing day at sea, and then we're into Abu Dhabi. Now, Abu Dhabi, if you wanted to go from Dubai to Abu Dhabi, it's probably about an hour and a half, but completely different feel to them. Really great in Abu Dhabi. And you've got Ferrari World there, you've got the Yas Marina circuit and the marina. You can go out on one of the safaris as well, head out into the sand dunes. Here, again, you've got the Marina Wall, you've got the Al Wahida Mall as well. And again, it's great for all of your Persian rugs, your gold. You know, if you do want to really bring back something that will remind you of this trip, then definitely go there. And of course, you know, culturally, you can go and see the Grand Mosques as well. They are unbelievable on their size. It's just, they're gargantuan. They've got some of the largest carpets and rugs in the world in those mosques. So it's just crazy.
I mean, you say it's definitely on my wish list, this part of the world, massively. And when you look at the price of that, deposit only tonight, all inclusive, back to Dubai, I should say, at the end, where you disembark and you're flown home. Now, let's talk about the ship, the Horizon. You know the ship well, don't you?
Well, I was going to say, there's 4 ships in the actual fleet. It's a Spanish-owned company, and the ships themselves, they're medium-sized ships. And this, you might recognise the funnel on here. A lot of the ships that they have are either Celebrity or Royal Caribbean, ex-Royal Caribbean. So, like a lot of the cruise companies do, they'll sell off their ships, but then they're refurbished. Now, what that does give you, for those of you that like smaller ships, and to be fair, you know, I got out of cruising as they were starting to get massive. And from my point of view, I was like, you know what, I kind of like the cosy ships. The big ships, I love all the gadgets and the toys, but these, they've got an atmosphere on board. You get to know people, you get to, you know, oh, should we meet up and have a drink? You know, do you want to do the quiz together? You know, you get that sort of general cosy feel. So this is going to be a great cruise. And for the value, all-inclusive, and to Dubai with an overnight.
All your flights. So let's just give you a quick reminder. We'll mention it one final time. It is all-inclusive. And that does mean your tips, actually, as well. So your tips are included as well, so nothing extra to pay at all. Overnight on board in Dubai, and your return flights that are based on London. And only a deposit needed right now. We've got some great dates on this one, by the way. We've got dates all the way through December, January, February and March of 2019. And actually, the price doesn't vary a lot. Look in there, does it?
No.
No, it really doesn't. And some great upgrades on outside and balcony as well. But, yeah, I think I could book every single cruise tonight.
And don't forget, you know, if you're a new viewer to Planet Cruise tonight, all I'd say is if you like that and you go, well, I'd like to go for a little bit longer, then give the guys at the bottom of the screen, that number down there is cruise specialists that have worked in the industry, and they'll go, well, look, okay, if you want to go for 10 nights, we've got this cruise, or if you want to stay in Abu Dhabi for a couple of nights, we've got that cruise. So just give us a call. We will find something. We have literally, I know it sounds a little bit, you know, but we've got thousands of cruises that are available to us. And
I always say as well, if you think that some other company have got a better deal, ring us and tell us about it. Because chances are, you know, well, they haven't for start, but, you know, but we will look at, you know, we always aim to give the best deal possible, don't we?
And because we're top agent with a lot of the big cruise lines, we get the best deals first. Yeah,
and we get exclusive deals, we should say, as well, with lots of extras. But
anyway,
we're going to move on to P&O next. And we've got an old friend of the show who still works for Planet Cruise. It's our wonderful Keith on board the Ventura. So here he is.
Fresh from her multi-million-pound refit, P&O's Ventura was launched in April 2008 by Helen Mirren. She marked an exciting new direction for P&O Cruises and is a large, beautiful, contemporary and family-friendly ship with bags of character and a more informal onboard vibe that's making her a firm favourite with many passengers. One thing is for sure, you certainly won't go thirsty. With its emphasis on catering for today's British tastes, Ventura hosts numerous watering holes, from the visually stunning panoramic video wall of the Metropolis through to a traditional pub, the Exchange. But this is my absolute hands-down favourite, Ollie Smith's new Glass House wine bar. It's a relaxed and stylish setting with tasty food available and also these wonderful flights where you can try lots of different new wines. With club or freedom dining on offer and a 24-hour buffet, you have real flexibility and you really can make the cruise fit your schedule. The recent refit also saw Atul Couture's Asian-inspired restaurant East added to Ventura's culinary arsenal. And when you do go, make sure you try the 24-hour slow-cooked lamb rendang. With 4 pools, a massive sports deck, special celebrity sailings, a new behind-the-scenes backstage tour, the biggest gym and spa in the fleet. There is loads to do on board Ventura other than just relax with a good book and top up your tan. But it's in the evening that this ship really comes alive. Vibrant West End style shows with exciting UK guest acts played twice nightly in the Arena Theatre. Then there's the excellent light entertainment which takes place in both the Havana Show Lounge and also the Tamarind Club. But what I like most is this stunning new atrium with this wonderful dance floor. The accommodation is bright, spacious and full of designer touches. There are big suites that can cater for up to a family of 6, through to these new single cabins that are a great cost-effective option for solo travellers like myself.
Now the kid's married now, it's all changed.
Yeah, all changed.
Yeah, I think he's still married.
He's changed the hairdo as well. Anyway.
And he's beefed up. But anyway...
beefy keefy.
But he does send his love, by the way. But this is a great no-fly cruise, which makes it really nice. If you've never cruised before, when you cruise out of Southampton, it's a doddle, isn't it?
And to be fair,
So
P&O,
easy.
they do the Great British Sail Away. Hopefully
Yeah.
they still do it.
Yeah.
Before we get too into it, though, I do have to reinforce why this is such great value. Again, January, it's the Planet Cruise January sale, and this is a January deal. It works out as £73 per person per night.
Yeah, and we should say, more cruises are booked in January than any other month, aren't they?
Oh,
yeah.
Incredible.
really get
If you
the
think
deal.
of how many thousands of people... In fact, we're trying to find out the figures, how many people have already booked with us yesterday.
Ooh.
Not today, yesterday. The first week is the busiest week, so if you want the best cabins and you don't want to miss out on some of the deals, you're better to do it now. Don't wait until next week because they'll be gone.
I wonder how many people have booked with us over the last 10 years. That'd be an
Well,
interesting
we'll find out.
Anyway, let's get on board. So, first few days are at sea, aren't they?
Yeah, we're going across to Madeira,
Yeah.
and it's a great port. I mean, straight away,
lovely.
Madeira, you think of Madeira cake, you think of Madeira wine, and there's two great places to do it. Bland is one of the best producers of Madeira wine, so you've got to go there. The flowers here, because of the climate, are fantastic. The birds of paradise, the famous plant. Go to the flower market. I always used to bring back some back from your mum, so do that. And just some great resorts as well. Some great resorts. If you want to go out and spend the day there, have a cup of tea, have some lunch,
It's
enjoy
a really
the views.
beautiful place. I was there early
love
on this last year. It was lovely.
I always used to enjoy the late sales from here as well. Anyway, then we're across to La Palma, and this is Santa Cruz de La Palma. Now, with this, the actual island itself, it's the Isla Bonita, and this is known as the beautiful green island, and you can see why. It's just fantastic beaches, quaint little cobbled streets, so just enjoy yourself here. This is also where one of the world's most powerful telescopes are. So it's the Roque del Muchachos. And this is one of the biggest observatories. So I think it's actually the second most powerful. I think the first one's in Chile, but there we go. The two places to hit here: go to the Plaza de España, which is the old centre of the city, and head to the promenade. Anyway, we're off to Gran Canaria. What can we say about Gran Canaria? Golden dunes, 365 days of sunshine. It's amazing. No, it really is. If you want to go out and do something a little bit different, you've got the Bandama Crater, which is great for your tours. But this is actually the main cruise terminal. If you walk down the side there and into town, there's some great little shops and markets. The markets are really good. And just down on the beach, there's some great restaurants that are a bit quirky, shall we say. So go and explore. Then we're off to Lanzarote. This is probably one of the most dramatic landscapes that I've ever seen, because you look at this and you think it's a little bit like Greece, you know, little whitewash buildings, stuff like that. You go further back and it's very flat, and then all of a sudden you've got these mountains, and these are the Mountains del Fuego, or Montañas del Fuego. You can go out, have a camel ride here. They filmed a lot of science fiction films back in the 70s here. And there's also a great place to go that was designed by Cesar Manrique, and it's an underground grotto. So make sure that you find the Los Llanos del Agua. So when you get on board, there you go. That's actually the underground lake. It was like an underground reservoir, and at the end, there's a little restaurant there. So I know all the best restaurants and bars. Anyway, relaxing day at sea, and then we're off to Lisbon. Now, I missed out on a family trip to Lisbon, unfortunately, this year. And I'm gutted because I love this place. It's brilliant. You actually dock right underneath the 25th of April bridge, just here, and you can wander down. There's some great sights to see. Go on a tram. Make sure you get your ticket on there, though, because they do get quite hot on not paying your ticket. So get your ticket and get it on the tram. Also, here, great fashion. This is one of the places I remember going back in the day that we always used to go ashore. And there's the Belém Tower as well. So make sure you can actually walk down from the 25th of April bridge, down past a little marina, past the Monument of Discoveries, which is like a big sandstone carving of all of the explorers that left Portugal, and then down to the
It really is. I've only been there once, but it was last year, and it was fabulous. Yeah.
2 relaxing days, and then back into Southampton. But with this, remember, for those of you that don't like to fly or can't fly, I know your mum's not been well too well recently.
No, bless her, no.
But I know she's on the mend, which is good.
But
this would be the type of thing she doesn't have to fly.
You're right. The next cruise I do with it will be a no-fly cruise, I reckon.
And again, this is deposit only when you're booking for May to October dates. So if you're thinking, oh, I haven't got the money now, it's a little bit short after Christmas, as long as you're booking the dates between May and October, then it's deposit only, and it's £73 per person per night. That is just another great example of a January deal in the Planet Cruise January sale.
And we should say you are going to get, I love a free upgrade. We've got a free upgrade from inside to outside based on the Lee date there. So if you do go for that Lee date, which is 29th of October, you'll get that free upgrade. The items, it differs slightly just depending on departure dates. Caller will talk through that with you. And as we mentioned earlier, because this is out of Southampton, you can add on a night pre-cruise at the Holiday Inn in Winchester for only £95 per person, and that will give you a great breakfast, parking for the 12 nights, and all of your port transfers as well. Price-wise, really great prices across the dates, but that Lee date is, of course, the 29th of October, and you will get the free upgrade to the outside on that one as well. And don't forget tonight, give us a call, 0808 250 2662, or go on our website. Are you up until 10:30 tonight, Justin?
Up until 10:30, and remember, if there's something that you haven't seen on the screen, and you're like, I fancy going here, I fancy going there, give them a call. Because...
Oh, hello, is that fire alarm again?
Hang on, that means it's another January deal. All of these, we've got so many deals that we can't squeeze it in. If you love P&O, but you don't want to go to the Canaries, how about the Caribbean? From just £1,199 per person for an inside cabin, you get to see Barbados, Antigua, Amber Coast, St Kitts, St Lucia, and that is departing at the end of this month.
So that's the end of this month. 25 days' time.
20, but that's a 15-night cruise. 15-night Eastern Caribbean for £1,199.
Now that's brilliant. That is really.
And if the January date's a little bit too soon for you, we are sailing in the 10th and the 24th of Feb, which is a Saturday. Not that I know that it's my birthday on that day, which 24th Feb. I'm free. I'm happy to go to the Caribbean for 15 nights if you are. There you go.
We should go. I mean, you're working here now.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah.
But again, just a great example. That's 3 P&O cruises. So, you know, if you wanted to go to... Sorry, 2 P&O cruises. I'm getting excited. If you want to go to the Canaries or P&O, pick up the phone, dial the number. If you want to go to the Caribbean, pick up the phone, dial the number. But how about we take you now to the Norwegian fjords?
Oh, one of my favourite destinations, actually. And here to tell you all about it is our wonderful Glenn.
The C&V Columbus is the newest and biggest of the C&V cruise lines. As an adult-only cruise ship, the Columbus offers a more mature and sophisticated onboard experience. The British-based ship prides itself on spacious and comfortable surroundings.
The adult-only C&V Columbus is very spacious and holds up to 1,400 guests with 775 cabins. The majority are ocean views. All cabins feature private ensuite as well as shower, ample hanging and storage space, flat-screen televisions, hairdryers, fridge, and that all-important safe.
Now, if you like a taste of home, you can get exactly that here at the Waterfront Restaurant. You can opt for a full English breakfast, savour a leisurely lunch, and enjoy a delightful 5-course dinner. Now, if you don't fancy a 5-course dinner, then you can also opt to dine at the fusion or grill speciality restaurants, or sample the delights of the sumptuous dinner at the chef's table, one I would definitely recommend.
Now, don't worry about all this talk of tea, alcohol and food. There is a fully equipped gym that can help work off those extra pounds. Or, if you feel like being pampered, you can also book yourself in for a range of beauty treatments, or even relax with a blissful massage to take your cares away.
Now, why not check out Columbus's fascinating guest speakers? You can learn more about fascinating subjects from someone who is passionate about their interests and will want to share their knowledge and enthusiasm with you.
C&V Columbus is the perfect place for you to be entertained, as it has 6 entertainment venues. From a nightclub to a 2-tiered Palladium show lounge, there are plenty of ways to enjoy a lively and entertaining evening on board this magnificent ship. There are speciality acts and guest entertainers that complement the onboard show team, which will guarantee you evenings to go with a swing. If you're feeling in the swing of things, the 2-decked tiered Palladium show lounge even features a retractable stage, creating ample space for those glamorous ballroom dancing, so get those toes moving.
That's our lovely Glenn, by the way, who also says hello. This is, I'm just looking at the price, but again, for this, the date as well, August is normally really expensive, isn't it?
Again,
really
you know,
expensive.
You get in January deals in the Planet Cruise January sale for August, and you put in a deposit only, and it works out at £86 per person.
Yeah,
this is just superb.
That's what I do like about tonight as well. Even if you are, you know, a bit short of money right now after Christmas, a deposit only on this one. Now, it starts in Tilbury, so again, no flying or anything like that.
A little bit different as well, because if you traditionally used to going out of Southampton, I'd love to go out to Tilbury. Anyway,
I've never cruised out there, but everyone says, yeah.
Relaxing
really
day
nice
at sea to sort of kind of get yourself into it. But, are you ready? This is one of the most beautiful parts of the world.
So I love the fjords.
So fresh, so sunny as well. Everybody thinks it's going to be cold. No, it's actually really hot. You can actually get sunburned. It's like when you go skiing.
Yeah, in August it would be. It might be different a little bit later on.
Exactly. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, bear in mind, all the fjords, this is where the Norwegian people go for their summer holidays, and then they literally shut the town and board up and go back for the winter.
I went in July and it got burned.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go. Anyway, Fjords and Hardanger Fjord. This is when you're going to be cruising through. Fantastic day on that one. Then we're off to Geiranger. This is where you'll see some of the best waterfalls. You'll see the Seven Sisters, you'll see the Bridal Veils as well. This is just a summit example. And then get into the actual port itself. It's a really deep fjord, but very, very narrow. And this doesn't do it justice, because you look at that and you go, I can't really get a sort of sense of scale. If you saw a cruise ship, you'd look like a Monopoly piece just cruising up through there.
They are vast. They really are.
Brilliant. Then from Geiranger Fjord, we're off to Olden, one of my favourite places. I love Olden. And again, it's a very peaceful village. There's a few nice churches that you want to go and see. But here, there's one thing you have to do. Go to the glacier, the Brixton Glacier. Go and see it. It is absolutely stunning. You will hear, it sounds like thunder, and it's the glacier moving, and it's just this sort of little rumble.
And it's so blue, isn't it?
It's gorgeous.
Really blue.
I actually climbed up it. It's not like full-on Action Man stuff, but you can actually walk up onto the glacier. It's well worth doing.
I did a bit of it, not loads though.
It's probably the same as I did, but I'm far more excited.
And then it's Bergen, isn't it?
Yeah, we're off to Bergen. Again, great place, lovely town. This is actually one of the part of what they call the Seven Mountain region, and there's a funicular railway that you can go up into the hillsides there. Great fish market every week. There's a cable car there as well, and some great shops around the harbour side. But then it's a relaxing day at sea and back into Tilbury, and that wraps off another cracking January deal in the Planet Cruise January sale.
Yes, under £600 tonight for this one.
Oh, I forgot to mention. Yeah, I forgot to mention that the Columbus, if you actually go back in history through the Columbus's past, this was actually the old P&O Arcadia. So for those of you that remember the P&O Arcadia that then went on to Ocean Village, then you'll love this ship. She's been refurbished, so all of the rooms, all of the decor, all of the atrium, all of it's been redone. She's a really good medium-sized ship. Really do like this.
She looks really nice.
It's fantastic.
Here, doesn't she?
That's the old deck court at the back, and then behind there was the children's club. It's not anymore. So everything been refurbished. The interiors look so
Oh, they
modern.
really do, yeah.
I got some happy memories on that ship anyway.
What sort of size is she, Justin? Do you remember?
She's about
63
tons for 1,400 guests.
Yeah, lovely.
Around that mark.
So a no-fly cruise. By the way, kids sell from just £99 per person. That's based on the 4th of August.
And a good point on this one, single cruisers. There's actually 150 cabins on board this ship that are allocated for single cruisers.
Really?
So, yeah, you know, good provisions on board. Check the prices when you call, but dial the number at the bottom of the screen, and you'll be able to find out more details about that with our cruise specialist.
So if you are single or planning on being single by the 24th of August, then it's New Year, isn't it? New start, who knows?
Don't. I'm going to tell you something. No, we haven't got time. We haven't got time.
Anyway, we digress. Great price on that one, say £5.99. That's for both of the August days. You got me thinking that. The outside's £749. What? Go on, what? Get it out. What?
No. You know, they always joke about sailors. They got a girl in every different port. Well, when I was on board, I was actually seeing a girl, and we split up on New Year's Eve.
No.
Well, you know, New Year.
New start, yeah.
Exactly.
There you go.
It was her that ended it, but anyway. Swiftly moving on.
Anyway.
She didn't know what sort of international star I was going to turn into.
So silence, tumbleweed. Have you noticed?
Anyway, Royal Caribbean.
Yeah, we've. By the way, can we just say it is lovely to have your company. Thanks to all our regulars that tune in. We had loads of messages on Facebook earlier, so yeah, it's great to have all our regulars watching and all of our new viewers as well. Yeah. I do look forward to the show every Tuesday.
Do you?
Yeah.
You're just pulling me leg.
No, you know I do. I'm like you at home. I'm just planning my next cruises. My New Year's resolution is to go on more cruises. I know,
is that possible?
I knew you were going to say that.
I'm sorry, we've got so much. And again, if you've just tuned in, if there's something that you're looking for that we haven't shown you, there is thousands of cruises that we've got available. And again, because we're top agent with all these cruise lines, Royal Caribbean and Celebrity, we do get the best prices. So make sure you pick up the phone. Independence of the Seas just had a major refit, and she'll be setting sail in April this year. Yeah, 2018. And, I mean, it's just fantastic.
And I think was it 94 million?
Around that. And some of the actual facilities that they're adding in is great. I mean, before, you know, you had all of your outdoor movie screens, so the cupcake cupboard as well, Johnny Rockets is on board, all the rock climbing as well. All of that was on board before, and now she's been refurbished.
Wow.
Flow Rider as well, so it really is a great chance.
She was actually the first ship that I cruised on. I think she's amazing. But now she's going to be even better and arriving, say, in May 2018. So when you go on board on this cruise, yeah, she's going to be all revitalised. I'm just looking again at the price.
Yep.
You wait for 2 weeks, and it works out just over £500 a week on this one.
£78 per person per night. And if you're thinking, I haven't got that money, a deposit of just £99.
Wow.
Just £99. And that's a Planet Cruise exclusive. Now, with this particular cruise as well, it is also all-inclusive as well. So, fantastic. All-inclusive offer available. On this one. So, if you're looking at the price and thinking, yeah, but how much am I going to spend? Phone up and ask the guys, because there is a price that we can give you, which does give you all-inclusive, which... Definitely, with that, I'd go for the all-inclusive offer.
Yeah, I would. So just ring in out. Yeah, we can arrange that for you.
Yes, we can, certainly. Also, with this one, if you are travelling down to Southampton, you can add on an extra night as well. Ask the guys when you speak to our specialist later on this evening.
Now, and again, it's another no-fly cruise. Look at the ship.
Yeah, well, there's the H2O zone, the Solarian, there's the Royal Promenade as well. It's got the new cupcake shop as well, the Dog and Badger, which is the local pub. The Macbeth restaurant. I can't believe I just said that. I'm not supposed to say it as a performer. Turn around and whistle 3 times. The Alhambra Theatre as well. Fantastic show. They've got Grease on board as well. You know, the musical. Well, that's one of the musicals that they have. Fantastic. And with the revitalisation of the ship, if, you know, 94 million. When they don't mess about. When they refurbish a ship, they really do not mess about.
So, yeah, she is going to be even more amazing. But no flying, so out of Southampton, few days at sea, and then we're making our way over to Gibraltar, first of all, isn't it?
I'm going to give you this classic itinerary in, about 90 seconds. Gibraltar, go up the rock. You can go and see the Barbary apes, or monkeys, as most people call them, and see some of the history as well. Just great place. There he is. Then we've got a relaxing day at sea, and we're off to Villefranche. Now, Villefranche is the port where you go to Nice, but you can actually go to Monaco as well. So it's about equidistance. It's probably the same distance into Nice that it is to Monaco. So your choice. You know, it's a tough decision. I'll probably go to Monaco myself, but there we go. Then we're off to Rome. Are you ready? Rome is one of the biggest port days, and well, the place you're actually docking is called Civitavecchia, and I highly recommend when you book this cruise to ask the cruise specialist what tours are available, because we can book that all in one go. So you can go to see the Vatican City, the Trevi Fountain. You can go to see the Villa. You can go and see the Plaza as well. Or you can go and see the Colosseum. You can do all of it in one day.
The Colosseum is, I mean, I knew it would be spectacular, but it's vast, it's huge, isn't it?
Well, when you think of the history that's there.
And what happened there?
You think, you know, when we go back a few hundred years in the UK, or a few thousand years in some of it, and then you go back, wow.
I know.
We're just going to go back to back now, straight from one big port into another. Florence and Pisa. You can do this all in one go. You're actually docking at the port of Livorno. So if you do want to go into Florence to see the Ponte Vecchio Bridge, if you want to go and see David, the Fountain of Neptune, or if you want to go to see the Leaning Tower, then you can do. So all of that can be done in one day. And again, I highly recommend booking your tours before you go on the cruise. By the way, with Royal Caribbean, they're actually updating some of their packages as well. So I'll tell you that when we've got chance. But then, from Florence and Pisa, we're off to Marseille. This is your gateway to Provence. Lovely little maritime port. So again, it's one of the places that I recommend having lunch, having a mooch, having a wander, because the next day is Barcelona. Barcelona, it's all about the marina, it's all about the beaches down at the front. and also about Ramblas as well. You've got to go up there. There's the Hotel Arts on the left-hand side and the beach. You've got the new camp as well, Sagrada Familia. So there's plenty to see and do in Barcelona. I absolutely love it there. I'm trying to get back for a little weekend break if I can in the new year. In the new year? Hang on, it is the new year.
Yeah.
So, but it doesn't stop there. We've got a relaxing day at sea. We're off to Lisbon. We did touch on this earlier on. And then we're into Vigo. Now, Vigo is the gateway to Santiago de Compostela. So if you do want to do the pilgrimage, which many people have done, then you can do it, go and do that. But Cascavello is the old part of the town where we've got all the fish markets, all the churches, all the traditional sort of gifts that you want to bring back. Lovely way to finish your cruise. Relaxing day at sea and then back into Southampton.
And what did it work out per night? Did you say
£78 per person and a deposit of just £99.
And you get to see a lot there in those 2 weeks, don't you?
And,
and the ship, and she was already amazing. If you've ever travelled on Independence Seas, really popular ship. She's going to be better than ever now, isn't she?
And don't forget, not the price that you see on the screen, but we do have an all-inclusive offer as well. Again, it's one of the offers that we just haven't got a chance to bring to you. Dial them up at the bottom of the screen and ask them about it.
So a low deposit. You only need to find £99 per person tonight as part of our Planet Cruise January sale. As just to mention, there is an all-inclusive offer available. Just call for details. And with any of the cruises out of Southampton, actually, do you know, I'm just going to say, when you're away for 2 weeks, if you stay in the Holiday Inn in Winchester, you get parking for 2 weeks, so it's really worth doing, isn't it? That costs a lot normally, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but also your port transfers as well.
And
you know, if you get dropped off at a station, then you have to get a taxi. With all of that package that we put together, that's why £95 per person for that night, and the parking and the port transfers, it really does make sense.
We do think that one is going to go really quickly. So if you do want it, the price for that, say, lead date starts at just over, just under £1,080 there. I should have just given the exact price, shouldn't I? £1,079.
There you go. It's £70, not 99 pence.
Just over £500 a week.
I'm going to stop you there. Another January deal in the Planet Cruise January sale. This is 2 last-minute deals. Now, this one, I could not believe it. When I saw it, I was like, oh, I want to go on this one. 3 nights in Havana and then around the Caribbean for just over £1,000, £1,099 per person, and it's the MSC Harmonia and MSC. I love the ships. I love the MSC ships. Or if you don't fancy Cuba and all of the Caribbean, but you fancy heading out with Fred Olsen, then we've got a 7-night in the Canaries from Santa Cruz for just £779 per person, including Tenerife, Gran Canaria, La Palma, Madeira and Gibraltar.
And that Fred Olsen one, you can upgrade to all-inclusive from just £15 per person per night.
See, trust him to see that.
Oh,
but look, again, viewers, this is just a great example of how many offers that we have on board. I mean, we could not fit them all into an hour or a day, probably.
If that was a bit quick, just give us a call right now and just say you want the Fred Olsen one.
Fred Olsen or Cuba with MSC.
Yeah, MSC, 30th of January.
Havana.
That was
for 3 nights. I nearly broke into song then.
So those prices are crazy, though, aren't they?
Yeah. Did you like that?
I did like that.
I was actually dancing to it on New Year's Eve.
Justin can actually dance, apparently.
I can sing as well.
Yeah, multi-talented. But our final cruise tonight is a biggie. It's with Holland America.
Another ship that's just been refitted as well. The Westerdam has just done a massive refit.
Do you know, 80 nights you get to see Singapore, Hong Kong, Thailand, Vietnam, and it's under £2,000 as well.
Yeah,
really good.
With this, again, and it's deposit only, by the way. So, again, if you're looking at the date and thinking, well, you know, it's November, I can't afford it now, put the deposit down. And again, you know, probably one of the more pricey cruises that we've got, but the value that you have in booking it in January as a January deal, this is epic. Stays in Singapore, 5-star hotel as well.
That's what I'm thinking. What would a flight to Singapore be? A flight from Hong Kong, and then the 3 nights in a 5-star hotel in Singapore. Now, you wouldn't it?
Lots.
Yeah. I've only stayed in Singapore for one day, and it was on a cruise. I know, I felt cheated.
I love it. I love it. The thing is, with Singapore, when I go there, I stay on European time. And it's more the evenings that I go out. And that's why I love this, that you get 3 days to go around. So you can do the markets, you can see the colonial buildings. I'd highly recommend to go and see Raffles as well. You've got to go to Raffles. It's one of the oldest bars in Singapore, and it's where they reckon that the bartender came up with the original Singapore slang. But it's also where you have the little, is it Monkey Nuts? where you crush them and you eat them nut inside. You chuck the shells on the floor, and they actually give you a basket of them, not like a proper bag. But again, the Garden by the Bays, we'll talk about that a little bit later on, because that is fantastic at night time. I'll say a little bit more about that later on. Shopping's great in Singapore as well. You've got the Marina Bay Shopping Centre, you've got the Marina Bay Sands as well. And staying with the sort of cruising theme, the Marina Bay Sands Hotel is actually based on a cruise ship, and it's got one of the largest cantilever architecture features in the world. It's something like 64 metres overhanging with no support.
Now, you actually do get a tour included in this one,
yes.
And it's the Gardens by the Bay tour, isn't it?
So by the daytime, you can see here that you've got these fantastic structures, and they're concrete and metal, but they are then intertwined by wonderful flowers. Now, these greenhouses, they are unbelievable. And the walkway, you can walk around. There's actually one of them where you can go up inside the tree itself, and there's a little viewing point and bar up at the top. And that is included. The Garden by the Bay tour is included. So 3 nights in a 5-star hotel.
And the standards in Singapore, they are, you know, they are really high. So that 5-star
no word of a
hotel
lie,
would be...
and this is saying a lot. The years that I was in the cruise industry, the best service that I got was in a hotel in Singapore.
Really?
Superb, absolutely superb.
So you've got a great start to your holiday, but then you're going to embark this gorgeous ship for a 13-night cruise. And here's Chris to tell you more.
For more than 140 years, Holland America Line has been recognised as a leader in the cruise industry. With a fleet of 14 beautifully designed modern ships, incredible dining options from around the world, exceptional entertainment, and only the best in award-winning service, Holland America Line will take care of everything for you so that you can enjoy your cruise holiday in the utmost comfort. With so many options to choose from, dining on board a Holland America Line ship is truly an experience not to be missed. From simple favourites like burger and fries by the Lido Pool and personal pan pizzas from New York Pizza, to the pan-Asian flavours of tamarind and the Italian favourites of canaletto, you really are spoilt for choice. Or if you don't fancy eating at one of the many restaurant options, then why not take advantage of the 24-hour in-room dining? If music and entertainment is your thing, then Holland America Line is the place to be. From live blues, jazz, classical music in the bars and lounges, through to stage shows and movies on board courtesy of cosy cinemas or an outdoor big screen, one thing's for certain, you won't be getting bored. But if it's something a little more relaxing you're looking for, then why not head over to the Greenhouse Spa for a bit of pampering? Or maybe take in a course or two at the Culinary Arts Centre where you can learn to cook like the professionals. If you're looking to keep your kids amused while you're off enjoying yourself, then Club Hal is the perfect place. With professional staff and loads to do, kids aged 3 and up will be very well accommodated on board. Holland America Line staterooms are havens of light space and elegance. All the staterooms feature the latest modern touches with flat-screen TVs with free movies on demand, luxurious Mariner's Dream beds, frameless shower glass doors, and modern wooden-fitted furniture, plus twice-daily ice service and even complimentary shoe shine. From interior and ocean view cabins through to family-friendly cabins and a wide selection of spacious suites, one thing's for certain, your stay with Holland America Line will be the absolute best in relaxation.
And they have, of course, 5-star as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're on a 5-star cruise for nearly 2 weeks as well. And you do get to see some wonderful places on the south. I've been to a few of these ports. And
before we go on about the ports, the ship, I know you've seen it there with Chris, the refit they've had. If you love music, they've had an update on some of the music venues. So they've got fantastic, they've got a chamber orchestra in there as well. And they've got something called the Rijksmuseum, which is one of the biggest collections of Dutch art, like 8,000 pieces. And on board, every day what they do is they'll bring out one of the pieces of art and then they'll teach you different techniques of art, how to actually draw, or watercolours, different aspects of painting. So that's just one of the updates. Just if you've been on Holland America before, it's got even better. But this works out again, deposit only, and you go to Singapore, 5-star hotel for 3 nights, £112 per person per night. That is phenomenal value. And where you're going, first port of call from all of the madness of Singapore, because it's a hustle and bustle place. Go to the hawker markets and have some of the local food. Then we're going to Koh Samui.
Oh, this is complete chill.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm giving you the experience, the silence and the enjoyment. No, but it is. Koh Samui. To be honest, Thailand, last year I had the pleasure of spending a week there. It was not enough. I'd love to go back there. The temples are fantastic. The people are amazing. And the food, out of this world. But this is the tranquility before you hit the oriental city that is Bangkok. Now, Bangkok itself, you get an overnight on board here, and there's so much you can do, because in the daytime you go see the Grand Palace again, you can go and see some of the temples. One of the great things to do in the daytime is go to see Jim Thompson's house. This goes back to sort of the Vietnam War, and there's a little bit of commemorative stuff there, but it's one of the biggest teakwood houses in the world. And it's fantastic. If you've ever been to a Jim Thompson restaurant that's been around, so do that in the daytime. But at night time, it is just, again, it's crazy. And, you know, for those of you who like to venture out, you can use the ship as your hotel. And I know what you lot are like on cruises. I know what you like. You'll be out there, down the markets, having a few drinks, and then getting some noodles. I know what you like. But no, it's a great night overnight.
And then
Cambodia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, I've not been here.
This is a premier beach resort. So you're looking at beaches, you're looking at the national park, and there's two big temples here. There's Wat Krom and Wat Lu as well, which is basically the lower Wat and the upper Wat, which is the two temples. So if you want to go and do some of the historic stuff and the cultural stuff, go and do some of that. But this is where you, again, another day that you can just relax, because, you know, you've had Singapore, you've had Bangkok. It's nice to have these little beach resorts in between. Relaxing day at sea, and then we're off to Vietnam. We're off to the city of the bicycle, which is Saigon. Or now, formerly known as Nha Trang, now it's Ho Chi Minh City. With this, go and see the Notre Dame Cathedral, which is fantastic. Go to some of the markets here. There's a lot of the architecture that's still from the Vietnam War. And again, it's important that they are embracing their past and their history, and it's brilliant to see it. You know, if you've ever, remember Good Morning Vietnam? I love that film for so many different reasons. You know, think of it, it's such a comedy, but you see that beautiful side of a great country, you're going to go to see it.
I was in Vietnam a couple of years ago, loved it. Again, it was on a cruise, very similar itinerary to this one. Now you've got a day at sea.
Yeah, and then we're off to Da Nang as well. We're going up to the north, so you get to see a World Heritage Site here, so you're not far from Hue, which is the Imperial Citadel, or sorry, Hue. So definitely go there. There's Marble Mountain Beach, which is good to go and see. Again, that's where the American soldiers actually stormed shore in 1965. But now it's one of the best resorts. Anyway, nice relaxing day at sea, and then into the last port of call. And this, Ha Long Bay, it actually translates loosely into the Bay of the Descending Dragon. Sort of legend has it that there's something like 2,000 islands. I think, in fact, it's 1,969 uninhabited islands, and this is where the dragon hit into the ocean and split all of the land apart. But what you want to do here is you want to get off and you want to find one of the local little boats, the little junkers, and just go on a little cruise around. It is just fantastic, really is.
And then a final day at sea.
Final day at sea, and then into Hong Kong. Now, bear in mind, you know, where we can personalise it and bespoke it, we do. So if there is an opportunity that if you want to stay on a little bit longer, then please do ask when you book this, you know. But the Holland America line has always had great ships. The Westerdam has had a brilliant refit recently with all those new facilities, the music venues, the Cultural Rijksmuseum as well, and that's with a five-star hotel.
For this part of the world, 18 nights on a 5-star cruise ship, I think that's one of the best deals we've ever had.
18 nights, £2,000.
That's really good. I mean,
it's brilliant.
Anyway, what a show.
Did you like what I brought you? Eh?
They are amazing deals tonight. I know we're going to be super busy, but just to recap on this one, 3 nights in a 5-star hotel in Singapore. You also get the Flower Dome and Cloud Forest admission at the Gardens by the Bay. That's going to be a lovely, lovely day. You're overnight on board in Bangkok, and you've got return flights from London. Everything included tonight, and of course, only a deposit needed right now. But what we better do is just have a quick recap.
Before we do recap, just remember this is just a few of the deals that we've got. You know, this is the busiest time for the industry, and we are one of the biggest. This is the biggest TV channel that brings you cruises. So, you know, please pick up the phone, ask them what deals have we got. And
it has been, it's a show that's been running 10 years now. I remember presenting the very first show 10 years ago. It was, and that hooked me. You know, I got hooked into cruise holidays and never looked back. And so my New Year's resolution is to book even more. I'm sure yours is the same. Anyway, and don't forget, it's a different phone number for this show. We're with you every Tuesday at 8 o'clock. It's 0808 250 2662. And we've got a brilliant website, planetcruise.com. So if you haven't seen anything like that, you will find something, I guarantee, online. But let's recap. We started off with an amazing offer with Princess Cruises. I mean, look at this, under £500. It's the 7-night Belgium and Scandanavia cruise with Eddie the Eagle on board as well, starting at £495. And you need the tiniest deposit tonight, a 5% deposit. So if you go for the inside there, that'll only be a few pounds, and you get to see some beautiful places. Now we've changed our map for the next cruise.
Yeah, we're on to Pullmantur. We've also got another Princess Cruises. We'll try and squeeze that one in if we can. We've got this great cruise over to Dubai. 7 nights on this one for just £1,099. That's under £158 per person per night. That's all inclusive and tips included. ID number on that one is 162816.
We then had the gorgeous cruise with P&O. I say gorgeous, guaranteed winter sun here, some lovely places in Madeira, and it works at the outside from £875. That's a free upgrade based on that lead date of the 29th of October. Then what do we have just in?
We're off to the Fjords with Cruises Maritime. This is the former P&O Arcadia. You'll love this one because from £599 per person, that works out at just £86 per night. We've got the ID number on that one is 139432.
Then we had the very popular Independence of the Seas with Royal Caribbean. But remember, she's been refurbished right now. She's going to be brand new. She's going to look even better than before. And this is an exclusive offer tonight. A deposit for only £99 on that one. And that is, say, ID number 145251.
Don't forget, we've got a Holland America deal as well. 18 nights around the Far East, starting in Singapore with a 5-star hotel. ID number 156597. This, again, deposit only £112 per person per night, and just an epic itinerary on that one. And again, with the Westerdam, it's just been refurbished as well, so new music venues and new culture experiences on board.
Now, don't forget all of those last-minute deals, of course, that we had. I think they're going to go very, very quickly, so do give us a call sooner rather than later. Got a couple there. You fancy the Cuba one, don't you?
What, 3 nights in Havana and 15 nights around the Caribbean for just over £1,000? That sounds fantastic. And there was the Fred Olsen deal.
Yeah, then there's a Fred Olsen one. The 7-night Islands of the Canaries with Fred Olsen, the outside there starting at just £779. And that's it. Oh, here we go. I told you Justin's got the moves. These are the New Year moves, Justin. Thank you so much.
Absolute pleasure. We've got more next week.
Yes. Stay tuned to Planet Cruise throughout January. It's our January sale. We look forward to seeing you very, very soon. Happy New Year.